A new EWTN podcast mixes faith, humor, and some strong coffee. Catholics and Cappuccinos debuted last month on EWTN+.
Host Siobhan Fallon Hogan is a devout Catholic actress, writer, and producer known for roles on Saturday Night Live, Forrest Gump, and of course, Men in Black. Take a listen to a few moments from her new podcast.
You know, it's funny. When I was a kid, the Prodigal Son story really bugged me.
Did it?
I was like, what the heck? This guy goes away. I've been a good kid. I'm towing the line here because I'm scared to death of you.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people are of God. But that's a great parable.
Yeah. I always loved it, but I think I'm with you because I always was like, I kind of felt like I was the older brother in the story, and just being like reverent, penitent, and like, why does he get a free pass?
Yeah, what the heck? He's been off partying.
That's right. And then you get older and you're like, oh.
I get it.
Oh, that's what, thank God.
Come back to me.
He gets a free pass because we all need free passes.
Free passes.
My goodness.
When I was on SNL, Chris Farley and I.
Oh,
did you know Chris?
I never. He's one of the ones where, and I know he went to mass all the time, but I was like, because I talked to Sandler all the time. I'm like, what was he like? What did he do? What did he do? I know.
So we used to go to mass. We used to live in the same neighborhood. So we'd go to mass together.
Wow.
You know, SNL's so nocturnal.
Right.
So you'd go to the party and didn't get home till like 5 a.m. And then we'd go to mass at night, Sunday night, and Chris would be like, so sorry. So sorry. And I'd be like, Chris, he's like, no, Siobhan, it's bad.
Oh.
But he was so faithful.
Yeah.
When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s,
Small.
everybody, Protestants included, had 4 to 5 kids.
Right.
The uber Catholics had 9, 10, and 11 kids.
Yes.
Right? So I think today 5 kids would seem like a lot.
Right, exactly.
But it wasn't back then.
Exactly.
But my mom was one of 15.
Yes, my father was one of 11.
Yes.
In fact, we'd go every 4th of July. 3 of my uncles were oral surgeons, so I used to brush my teeth all the way over for 4th of July. But you're right. I'm one of 5.
Yeah.
And it was always we're going to go see your cousins. They have 9. You're like, darn, they're so much better than us.
I know.
What the heck?
And Siobhan Fallon Hogan, host of Catholics and Cappuccinos, joins us now, the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast. Good morning. I hope you've had a cappuccino this morning.
Listen, not yet.
You are owed one. We will get you one.
We
yes,
promise.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this podcast. It's such a hit. How did the idea for it even come about?
I have to completely credit my friend Peter Gagnon from EWTN because I wrote a play that's going to be done in Chicago next year called Mother's Farewell. And well, actually, I have a movie, that Shelter and Solitude, that came out, and people can watch it on Amazon. And plugging. No, and EWTN people had seen it, and so then they came to the reading of this play that I did, and then they asked me to bring the play out to Napa, which Patty Heaton, who you just saw from Everly Loves Raymond's in, and Margaret Cohen. So we brought it out to Napa, and all I did was talk, and they were like, "Do you want to have a podcast?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
We need to give you a microphone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then my son was like, I said, "What should this be about? I don't really know podcasts." And they said, well, what do you like talking about? I was like, well, I like talking about Catholics and their faith and families. And so that's just what we do.
Amazing.
So it's a classic question, but how do you maintain your Catholic faith working in the film industry and television?
Oh, well, I mean, I really have not had a problem with that. I think if you're strong in your faith, then you know, the people are accepting. And if they're not, I mainly look at the material and what I'm comfortable with. But I think the industry is open to Catholics, and Catholics shouldn't be afraid. You know, if there's material that you don't like, then you can just, you know, not do that material. So the industry has been very good to me, and I'm grateful. And I think, you know, with a lot of prayer in what any industry that you're in, God's going to guide you, and you'll just depend on Him to kind of be the director.
You know, events such as this one, I think, are so encouraging for Catholics to come together, encourage one another, to be witnesses of the faith. And you're obviously very comfortable sharing about your faith and speaking in front of strangers and in large crowds. Do you have any word of encouragement for viewers who might be more shy about speaking publicly about their faith?
Well, I think it's becoming like cool to be Catholic. I mean, Jonathan Rumi just, spoke. He's just an unbelievable guy, and he's just authentic and real and so naturally faithful. It's not a phony deal. Kevin James, Patty Heaton. So all these people that, for some reason, I've never really been able to figure it out. People look to celebrities a lot of times. And I think it's good to talk to them on the show because you realize they go through their struggles too. So, and you see that the faith is what helps you through everything.
So you're Irish, a little bit.
Just a tad.
A tad, yeah. Talk about your background with St. Patrick's Day, first grade, Syracuse. You think people want to hear this story?
Listen. I'm still so fat from St. Patrick's Day. My husband runs the parade up in where I'm from, New Jersey, and he has an Irish soda bread contest. And I ate so much Irish soda bread, I'm like, I'm still like the Pillsbury Doughboy. But anyway, yes. So my family was very Irish Catholic. My mother's an Egan, my father's a Fallon, one of 11, and St. Patrick's Day was just huge. I remember as a kid, having my hair pulled, Mom, with a big green bow being put in and covered in buttons. And, I went to school, a little school called Salem High in Syracuse. I was in first grade, and there was an assembly, but they called everybody in, and apparently they had a group coming to dance. But the principal asked a rhetorical question. She said, does anybody know the Irish jig? And I thought, yes, I do. I didn't really. I just knew and so she had me come up to the stage and I did a jig, which I didn't know. I didn't take step or anything. And so I was like, I like being up here. And then they brought the people on that were really invited. So it was always a big day in my family. And then I did a semester in Ireland in college. And of course, it's a holy day over there. And I lived in New York City for a long time. My daughter, Bernadette, is actually a newscaster like yourselves, and she just covered the St. Pat's Parade up in New York. So it's a really great day for us.
My final moment with you, Siobhan, what can you preview next on Catholics and Cappuccinos?
So today's St. Joseph's Day. It's my sister's birthday, too. It's Kathy Moriarty from the Raging Bull, Academy Award winner. She's hilarious and so faithful. Her parents were Irish immigrants. Then we have Federico Castelluccio from The Sopranos, but we have great priest Sister Mary Gabriel from the Sisters of Life. So I mix it up. So it's like celebrities, but religious. We just had Father Vincent Bernard, who's killing it in New York City with the Catholic Center at NYU, and kids are flocking, waiting around the block. You have to get to church 20 minutes early. I mean, it's what's that song, the Disney? It's a whole new world. I mean, I feel like it's just a great time for Catholics.
You said it. It's cool to be Catholic.
It's cool to be Catholic. Unless you're me, I'm not cool.
No, thank you so much for all that you're doing and joining us so early this morning.
Thank you so much. I know, the early bird catches the worm.
Well, there you go.
Cappuccino's waiting.
Exactly. Well, God bless. Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate the support.
God bless you.